Hey, boys.
Hey, what's going on?
Happy Sunday. How's it going?
Rich,
Yep.
you kind of look like Marty McFly.
Thanks. It's very cold. I haven't been down in the podcast studio pretty much all weekend, so it's quite chilly down here.
Oh, is that any reason why we haven't been in the podcast studio all weekend?
Bill needed the weekend off. He needed a vacation.
Thanks fucking giving.
Hey, sports don't sleep, baby.
Yeah, there was sports on Thanksgiving. We should have recorded. But that's neither here nor there.
Oh, God forbid we take a fucking holiday off. My bad.
This is the same holiday that Bill's been clamoring to take off pretty much since we started.
Uh huh.
Like July 4th, it's a holiday. It's like Labor Day, it's a holiday. It's the third Saturday of September, it's a holiday.
I mean, not wrong.
I would love to see Bill's actual work in the days that he takes off. Just the random fuck it, I don't want to work today, I'm not going type of days.
Oh man, I haven't had one of those since I got back to work.
Oh, right after how many months that you were not
Billy
working?
Batwing. Yeah.
5, 6, almost 6.
Yeah, I like that. That's a victory lap for you, man.
Yeah.
I haven't taken a sick day for a long time. After
Well, I
took
work
a
4
year
days
off.
a week, so but it's tough now. Like if I feel like shit, it's like you can't come in. Like it's
Right.
terrible. They won't even like I had to sign some fucking little waiver thing on the computer that says like if I'm in contact with somebody or this and that, like I can't come to work. I have to get tested and all that other shit. So it's like it's tough.
Is
Yeah.
this because they know that you're harboring all kinds of diseases and they're not quite sure what's going to pop up at any given time?
I have 0 diseases. Jesus Christ.
I
0.
like your shirt, Bill. That's a new look for you. Normally it's the hoodie, but today it's the
Flannel Bill.
flannel
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Some muted auburn colors. It's nice.
Tis the season for flannel. So
We'd say it matches your eyes, but we can barely see those. So
No, those things are shining through. Ray, what do you got? A Philly shirt on?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's in my closet. I put it on.
Hey Ray, you know how I know you're gay?
Oh, Bill.
You know, I know you're fat. The neck's all stretched out.
Is it?
I don't
No,
know.
it's
I
not.
can't. I honestly can't even see it behind the mic. I just had the joke, so I said
And
it.
that's kind of doing something because he's got a fat neck, and that mic stand kind of blocks
Yeah,
it. I'm
it
surprised.
does a little bit. It is stretching out a little bit. Just the way you're leaning. It's okay, right? He's all upset now.
Tucked in your little corner.
Yeah, push out those titties. Push out those titties. Scrunch down those shoulders. That's great.
No, I don't want you guys to get all hard on this show. That'd be gross.
Hey, does it look like our Revs are winning? in the-
Oh,
in the
great.
playoffs?
Billy on the pitch. Now Billy on the pitch is all about this fucking game. Wow. You know what, Bill? We'll see if we have time for soccer at the end here in the little MLS playoffs, I guess, even though they just had a tournament in. How long could the season have
I
been?
have no idea.
How long could the season have been if there's
It
playoffs
was
now?
a welcome back preseason cup.
Welcome
Let's
back,
have a
welcome
bubble for a
back,
scrimmage.
welcome
That's like it's like you said a jamboree. That's smart.
Yeah, let's have a little
I
kids
fucking love
jamboree.
soccer. I love soccer.
Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. This is Monday Headlines, November 30th. November 30th. Winter is coming. Welcome to the show. Now, hold on.
Shit, it's my mom's birthday today, so happy.
Oh!
Happy birthday, to
Birthday
Queen's
to his
Queen.
mom.
Yeah, I
Woohoo.
gotta send out a birthday card today.
Nice.
We gotta send her a dick pic later on.
I don't think she likes shriveled up wieners.
Confetti. Happy birthday. Bill, let me go ahead and get this
No, you're
game off the
fine.
screen behind me. I don't want you to get distracted.
I was gonna say, how dare you give him a little benefit for?
Come on, I
really
won't
no
get
show-
distracted.
oh,
I
no show.
promise.
There's no way. It's going into halftime, Bucks and Chiefs. There's no way he's
Yeah.
not going to not get distracted. We'll ask one question that he thinks is stupid, and he'll just fucking zone out.
Oh,
Speaking of that, we got a lot to get to today, boys. So our New England Patriots pulled out a doozy of a shitty game. pretty much right after I released Ray telling Cam to dab on
There's
D's
no sound
nuts.
on that, by the way.
Yes, there is.
Oh, when I saw it on Facebook, I didn't see any sound to it.
Pay your bill.
Yeah, the audio section of the bill got lost in the mail.
Yeah, I guess. Fucking moron. I can't.
Look, I don't have a whole lot on this because I honestly thought they were going to lose, so I thought we'd breeze on through this. But they won. They won.
Stunningly.
Look, let's just go right to the end of the game. Let me ask you, Raymond, was this an ugly win by the New England Patriots or a lucky win or a terrible collapse by a young Arizona Cardinals team? Then we'll get to you, Bill, because we know that the Arizona Cardinals are your Arizona Cardinals
This one hurt.
of the loser city.
I'm going to answer
Pinwheel that we
D.
did.
I'm going to answer D, all the above, because it was ugly. The Cardinals gave it away. Something's wrong with Kyler Murray because he's not his typical self. He has a hurt shoulder, I believe. I won't take too much away from Bill's team, but yeah, right shoulder.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the same guy, but Cam is not the quarterback of the future of this team. He stinks. He threw another pick when the game was on the line. He did not win this game for the New England Patriots today. N'Keal Harry doesn't deserve to be on this team anymore. Cut his ass. Trade him for $5 because that's all he's worth. Get him off this fucking team. He's another
I'll
first
pay
round
the
bust.
$5 for him.
Yeah, get him
More
off this
than
team.
he'll pay us,
Yeah.
Nikhil, so take that and run.
And then fucking Nick Folk, the quiet hero of this New England Patriots football team.
Nick
50
Folk
yarder.
hero.
Yeah, for 50 yards, wins the game. Beautiful. But yeah, defense stepped up, contained Kyler Murray, even though he was hurt. The path is still alive.
Yeah, that's the thing. The conversation about can the Patriots make it to the playoffs. Before you go, Bill, I'll give you my. We've seen this game from the Patriots all season long. They just got out Patriots today by the Cardinals missing a field goal. Look, Cam Newton had the ball in his hands. I texted you guys this. I can't wait for them to get the ball in their hands. And I texted you that when the Patriots were up 17-10. Cardinals were driving. The Cardinals had 2 third-and-goals. And then a 4th-and-goal that they stupidly went for, and then 2 terrible, terrible penalties by the Patriots defense, 2 defensive holding calls. So they basically gave the Cardinals 7 cracks at the end zone. They finally got one of them in on the second, third down there. And then 17-17, Cam with the ball to go win the game. It was 4 minutes and change, and he throws one of the worst goddamn interceptions.
What was it in the
he's
first
thrown all
3
season.
plays too? Right, it was quick. He threw it
Yeah,
right
it was
away.
the first
like,
possession.
God damn
Though.
it.
It was like
The first set of downs was
goddamn clockwork. Honestly, I know that I've been the biggest Cam hater since the minute they signed him, but I honestly feel bad for the guy now. Like, he's not an NFL quarterback. He's just not. He's not a guy, and he's doing all the right things. He's saying all the right things. I don't think he's, a cocky asshole. I think he truly wants to go out there and play well and do well, and I think he knows he's letting his team down. And I honestly feel bad for the guy because of that. But what the fuck, man? This guy cannot play. He had 84 yards and 2 interceptions passing the ball in 2020 NFL. And in the second interception should have lost them the game, except the Cardinals pissed down their leg. Never mind the fucking field goal. The third down play to get the first down was dumb.
Why are you running
shit.
a sweep? I don't understand that run right up the middle. You were gouging them up the middle the whole fucking day, and then you run to the outside. The Patriots defense is built for that. The young, quick linebackers, all the safeties they have out there, they're built for that to get around the edges out there. And you're running that stupid fucking play. Run it right up the fucking middle. Right up the goddamn middle.
You can beat this New England Patriots team on play action anytime you want, especially with a quarterback like Kyler Murray.
Mhm.
Anytime you want, you can beat him. If you have one tight end, a good running game, all they had to do is play action and a run pass option with Kyler Murray for 1+ yards, 1 yard and change. So to answer my own question, it was a dumbass loss by the Arizona Cardinals. And included in that dumbass loss was the 15 extra yards the Patriots got into field goal range with for Nick Folk. Yes, Cam Newton had the quarterback naked bootleg sweep to get the first down after a terrible fucking sack again with the game on the line and a legal hit on Cam Newton.
Yep.
Gave him a 15-yard penalty, which then they salted away and let Nick Folk kick a 50-yard field goal. They didn't let Cam get him another 20 yards. No, they left it up to Nick Folk for a 50-yarder. That's all you have to know about Cam Newton and this New England Patriots offense. So, with that being said, Bill, right on the chin with your Arizona Cardinals taking that loss. I mean, I guess still in contention for the NFC West, but it'll be a little slimmer after this.
Yeah, it was to answer your question, it was kind of like a D would be my answer. I think it was definitely a lucky win by the Patriots. Again, Zane Gonzalez misses a 45-yard field goal to basically win the game right there. Come on, stupid. I get it. You're kind of a young team, but that's a game you pissed away. You got a golden opportunity with a Cam Newton pick late in the fourth quarter. You should have been easily, like I said, run it up the middle, get a first down, and then you could bleed the clock more and boom, game over. But instead you run it outside with Drake, who they've been stopping pretty much all day, and it was just stupid. It was just stupid. And Cam Newton, 84 yards. He's thrown for under 100 yards twice in his career. You know when they were? This season.
I mean, it's hard to throw under 100 yards as an NFL quarterback. It's damn near impossible. And
I mean, fucking Patrick Mahomes has 303 yards in the first quarter.
First quarter, yeah.
Quarter.
Tyreek Hill's a beast, but
yeah. So,
all right, let me dial this back a little bit because as a whole, I know we can shit on Cam Newton all day long. He's a difference maker. I'll say that the wrong way. When he was with the Carolina Panthers and Tom Brady was your quarterback, the New England Patriots, all New England would say is Cam Newton is a loser. He's a reason you lose games, not a reason you win games. And that's what we're seeing here. He might try his best and give everything that he has, but he just has that fucking loser gene in him that he's gonna make a bet, not make the winning play. He's gonna actually go out and make the wrong play and the losing play. And we've just seen it so many times. So I don't want to lament on that because I think as a team, like everything surrounding them, especially considered how bad this roster is, they didn't play that bad after that goal line stop to end the half. That goal line stop was a legit defensive goal line stop.
Adam Butler was a fucking beast this game.
He was hell
right
of a
in the middle. Oh, beast this game.
The defensive line as a whole, especially in the Arizona passing game, I thought really showed up. They were getting pressure on Murray. Now, like you said, I think that it was their intention to not let him run, the Arizona Cardinals' intention not to let him run, not to get hurt.
However, it came out after I said it wasn't true, but, I mean, there was right there. He had plenty of golden opportunities to take it up the middle. And, again, you were talking about that 3rd and 2 where you stop him. You could take Kyler Murray and run a fucking bootleg, and he's gone. But, again, there's something wrong with him. They're holding him back. I don't blame him. He's your franchise. He's future MVP
especially your throwing shoulder. You're still looking to go into the playoffs. If it's something just bruised, you let that rest. You're up going against a crappy Patriots
still the
team.
7th seed in the West right now, too.
That last sack that Adam Butler had on him, he landed right on that right shoulder.
Yeah, he did. Butler's not small. He's a
he's a big
320 pounds. Like he's a
and Kyler Murray is like
he's average.
A picture of that still shot of him laying on Kyler Murray. It just looks like two different types of humans. So I thought the defense certainly straightened up. I think they've been not that bad. They've been hit or miss. Jekyll and Hyde, God damn it. What's
Jekyll and Hyde?
Jekyll and Hyde all season long. We even saw it last week in Houston. They allowed 6 points in the second half after 20-something points in the first half. But sorry, just to get to my point. So I thought the defense shaped up and was fine. They were okay. They were good enough to be formidable in this NFL. And then your special teams clearly came through for you. Obviously, Nick Folk's the big one, but you had 2 big returns, one by Moncrief to set up their first scoring drive, and then the Gunnar Olszewski one that was called back because of the stupid fucking call on Anthony Jennings, which letter by the law, yeah, we can get into it if you want to. But they had field position all day long. They didn't make Cam that offense go 80 yards. Those led to both
their touchdowns.
Right.
That was it. Both your touchdowns were basically produced from special teams.
Even after 2 weeks, this is my last thing, I'll let you guys go. Even after 2 weeks of bad games with penalties, this was a bad penalty game for them. Last game was a bad penalty game for them. They're still the least penalized team in the NFL. So my point is, Bill Belichick is still developing, coaching, and in charge of a pretty good football team without good football players. The problem is your difference maker is your quarterback, and when you go 84 yards and 2 picks, you get lucky to win this game. You're not going to get lucky to win enough games to make a difference, I guess is the point. And I think we're 12 weeks in. That's the difference in this Patriots team.
Yeah, and if you think about going back to your point on defense, if you throw out Cam Newton's first interception, the short field touchdown, which we all knew was going to happen right after you got that pick, you only gave up 10 points. It was 17-20 was the game. So the defense actually played pretty well, especially containing Kyle Murray. He would have 178 yards. And again, you contained him in the pocket too. So, I mean, that was huge. But and then also on special teams, don't sleep on Jake Bailey. His first punt after you got the ball back down 7-0, went to the 3-yard line.
Raymond?
He's a weapon, right? I know it's your guy,
My
but he's your boy. He's coming into being one of the best punters in the league, and he showed it last year, and he's showing it this year too, man. He's a fucking weapon on special teams.
When you're going home to that piece of ass, you got to be the best.
Ooh, I saw her. I went and looked
You
after
did?
you texted me. Ooh, Jesus,
You fucking
punter.
thirst trap, Ray.
dude! How does a fucking punter pull that
tail.
hot piece of pussy? Dude?
Yeah,
I don't know. Why don't
oh.
you go look at his salary for the next 3 years, Bill?
400, 500. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, he's going to be, like you said, he's going to be one of the best. He'll be walking into a paycheck.
Oh, the other thing,
and he's
too,
probably a very kind man. That's
I
probably
wouldn't be
the reason.
surprised
He's probably a
if he's
very
the new-
nice man
if
with
he's a place
soft
sticker too,
hands.
because they worked him out last week. Or was
Hey.
it Houston the week before?
Dude, he was plucking it from 50.
50. Yeah.
The other thing is Hopkins, 5 catches today. Gilmore, maybe he's back. Maybe.
Oh, okay,
Gilmore,
Ray.
Gilmore
Thank you.
kinda-
Hold
has
on,
kinda
Bill.
owned Hopkins over the last
Oh,
few games.
you idiots. You
Thanks,
idiots.
Bill. Thanks for.
Are
being
you?
on my
Did you watch the fucking game? The reason that it was a game is because Gilmore had 2 penalties. 2, count them, 2 penalties on Hopkins because Hopkins owned his fucking shorts and he had to hold them.
Three
He didn't-
catches for 24 yards. He had
Okay.
5 for 50.
One of
Yeah.
those
Wasn't
penalties was also negated because it was offensive. pass
That was
interference
That was a
and defensive
bullshit.
pass
Like, I don't
interference,
understand
so-
that.
No,
That's
No,
such
no,
a
no, no, no.
bullshit
Yeah, one of
call.
those penalties, Ray. The
holding
drive that
call was
counted,
big. The holding call.
Gilmore
was
got
big.
2.
That was a
He
big
had
one.
3
That
on the
was a big
day.
one.
I think it was Hopkins that came out and said we should get the penalty yards that are assessed if someone commits a pass interference or holding on us, which would have put Hopkins at like 9 catches for 150 and 2 touchdowns. No, this was going to be my next question. Is Gilmore back? Fuck no, he's not back. Looks like he's playing at
You hate
3/4 speed, not wanting to be out there. He's playing for his next contract. He's not trying to get hurt. He's unmotivated. He's been in dispute with Belichick all year long. This guy has pissed me off since fucking day 1 in training camp, not showing up. And I told you before the season started he was overrated, and he is overrated. He is overrated. He didn't have a good game today. What do you think he had a good game today?
I didn't say he was back. I thought he had played a good game.
I asked
the
the question.
secondary as a whole too. Even J.C. Jackson had a great game.
Yeah, they had a
you
good
only
game.
gave him
Defense, I thought-
178 yards.
I mean, Gilmore had 3 penalties. Two of them cost him on 3rd down against.
Yeah, they've been
Hopkins.
flagging him a lot this year.
Because he's
He got
holding
away-
because
He
he
got away
sucks.
with a lot of that last year. He doesn't
Can't
suck.
shit on Cam anymore, so now you're gonna pick on someone else. Now
No, he doesn't. He doesn't suck. He's a
He
very
feels
good
bad
quarterback.
for
I
Cam
get
Newton.
that,
Yeah.
but like, you can't sit here and tell me that Gilmore had a good game today. He
like
he
thinking of a
basically
kid in
gave up the
210
fucking
room.
touchdown to tie the game. Come on.
Still won. Still
yeah.
a W.
So where are you now? Now it's just because of an argument. It's still a W. That was a shit ass fucking win. That was terrible.
I know it was awful.
Unbelievable. I
I
wasn't even
texted you.
excited.
I texted you after the camp pick that like, all right, it's over. You know, you 2 weeks in a row, you saw teams in front of you fucking lose, and
Now-
you're gonna. Because I thought
Now
for
this is
sure-
interesting, Ray, because in the first half, when
Snip
Ray
snap.
texted us, if we don't see Stidham in the second half, I have to question his coaching. And Bill said, "Dumb take. They're still in this game." And then the
They were
interception
still in the
happens, and
game.
the season's over. Fuck the Patriots.
burn it all down.
After with Cam his second pick, I was like, all right, see you
That
guys later.
text chain was a beautiful snip snap, Billy.
I
Good snip snap
expected
right there.
I expected Zane Gonzalez to make a 45 fucking yard field goal.
Bill's the walking iteration of Twitter. It's just like
Oh,
instant
yeah.
reaction of bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Story of my life.
That you could write a book. Look, all right, that's it. So Raiders lose, Colts lose.
Yep. Baltimore could lose this
Baltimore's
week. They're
probably
starting
gonna lose this
RG3. So I mean, those are
The
all,
NFL has decided to not give a shit about COVID players and just making them go out there with fucking
This game
practice
is-
players.
this is-
so.
so fucking stupid. You built an out for week 18. You built this out, and it's a marquee fucking game. And you are not playing. You're playing this on a Tuesday night with Robert Griffin starting, and 30 combined guys have fucking COVID between the two teams.
Yeah.
And you're going to go out and play a football game now? Fuck out of here!
You're
dude.
gonna-
This is
you're
so
saying that?
stupid.
The Broncos don't have a quarterback and they're playing right
I
now.
know, and that situation
That
is
is baffling.
mind-boggling.
Oh, zero. They wanted
The
their
Bron-
assistant coach to play fucking quarterback today. and
That was the funniest fucking
no,
headline.
no.
So switching gears here from the Patriots to COVID in the NFL. That headline that came across this morning that the NFL denied the Broncos an opportunity to sign their assistant coaches to play quarterback is ludicrous. It's fucking ludicrous. And
Yeah.
again, I feel I was watching some of that game. Well, but let me get this out of the way. The Broncos had no choice but to play this practice squad
He was
wide
selling
receiver.
insurance like 3 weeks ago. and
The
now he's just-
Saints, the Saints have all the chances in the world not to play the quarterback that they're playing in Taysom Hill, their tight end, and they chose to. So they're completely they to take all the blame because that game sucks. If you watched any bit of that
dude,
game,
it is terrible.
terrible. Taysom Hill.
I don't think there was a
does not belong
completion. I don't
as a
think there was a
quarterback.
completion in the first quarter because
No,
Denver
there was-
has 0. I don't
Yeah.
think
Denver still has
Tyson Hill or Tyson Hill or his fucking name.
Taysom.
Taysom. Dude, he's awful. What does that say about Jameis Winston?
No, it's not. I don't think it's Jameis Winston because Sean Payton's been wanting to go to this guy for years.
while,
They've been
yeah.
talking about trying to implement this offense for
Dude,
years.
he's 30 years old. Think
Yeah,
about that. He's
like
older
they're
than
talking about him as
Jameis
the
Winston.
future of the
No.
franchise. Like, dude, it's
Yeah.
a 30-year-old tight end who wears gloves to throw the ball. What the fuck are you talking about? Back to the Broncos to have 4. I honestly feel bad for the wide receiver who has to play. Like that kid just got thrown in the shit. And I don't even put this. Normally, I'm pretty hard on the players in COVID. I don't put this on the Broncos quarterbacks. What the fuck is the NFL doing? What are you
None of
doing?
them tested positive today either, but since they were in close contact, the new protocol is like you have to play.
It's
Like,
like they're
you have to be whatever. You can't play because they were the close proximity.
Yeah, it's like Manfred suspending Joe Kelly for all those games to make a point of we're not going to take this anymore, except it's the NFL, and the position that you're penalizing is quarterback. Like,
Yeah.
you like have a little bit of context on what the hell you're doing. And like you said, Bill, you've built in all of these outs.
Mhm.
You didn't even push this game back a day. Like,
No,
how
you
in
just-
the
you just-
hell
it's
are you
stupid.
making these guys go out there and play this game? Your product is shit.
Mhm.
And especially now you're finding all the teams for everything. Patriots got fined for not wearing a mask in the facilities or some shit like, and you're seeing this, but then they don't care about moving a big fucking game after their strength and conditioning coach pretty much infected the whole entire locker room is
Yeah.
coming out of Baltimore. Like that's a game that deserves to be moved, and that's a game that a team that should be fucking heavily sanctioned. Now that you're seeing some of the fines coming out, like.
So is that it, Ray? Do you think so? Pat's fined $350,000 for their, interaction with COVID and not following protocols. That was the same amount the Titans got fined, but the Titans got docked
Draft pick.
250, I
some
thought.
draft picks too,
Draft
right?
pick, yeah.
49ers have been
No draft
fined.
picks. It was just a fine.
No, the Titans got a draft
I
pick.
think they got a
taken away.
7th, or maybe it was the 49ers
Saints,
that got a
Saints
7th.
just got a 7th.
The Saints got a
$500,000
$500,000 and a 7th. And did
Yeah.
you see that video that they
Yeah.
got fined for?
Well, they-
Jameis Winston literally just eating W's, celebrating in the.
Was that the one they made at
That's
a dance
fucking
club? That
nuts.
was after Tampa, right? They made it like a dance club in the
Yeah.
locker
Yeah,
room,
it
and
was-
none of them had masks on and shit. It's
It was like a
come on.
strobe light, and all like the whole locker room is gutted because of COVID, so it just looks like this decrepit like place, and they're still in their pads, and they got like a cheap strobe light going on, and Jameis Winston is like dancing, eating fucking W's, cost him $500,000.
It looked like the basement of the Black Brimmer, just everyone celebrating down
Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially
you
when they
asked
turned
why-
it into a rap club.
there.
You ask why Taysom Hill's starting there, Bill.
Yeah, I got it.
But Ray, is it just the root of all evil with the NFL? Obviously, the player safety is out the window. Baltimore, Pittsburgh gets moved. Denver and Saints don't. Is it just money? Is it just this is the
Oh,
marquee
yeah.
matchup? This is the, this was who they're going to play Sunday night, right?
They're gonna play- no,
Baltimore and
Sunday
Pittsburgh.
they're gonna play
it
Sunday
was
afternoon.
Thursday. Then they were going to play today.
But it's Sunday night football. I mean, the TV contract is with NBC.
Yes. So I think it's also NBC saying, hey, I can't have them going on Sunday during marquee games. Move them to another game. So they probably picked Tuesday. But also, the Ravens were supposed to play Thursday night football this week against the Cowboys. That just got moved to Monday night football now. So now there's 2 Monday night football games going on next week for week 13. This whole COVID thing, like you guys are going to say, is there going to be a 16-game playoff? No, because the NFL is not going to cancel any of these games. They're going to let everyone fucking run wild. If you get COVID, tough luck. You're going to fucking play now.
You're proving it.
They're proving it. They don't want to cancel anything. There's not going to be a 16-game playoff bracket. This is it. You're going to see it. The NFL is not canceling anything. They don't care about
No, they don't
anything
care at
about
this
making that
point.
money.
I think you're right. And and for whatever reason, we obviously we're too.
It's probably the owners are pushing it too because you think.
course it's the
especially,
owners,
like,
Bill.
yeah,
It's
not.
the owners are all pushing it. They
It's the
want
only
these
ones
games
that
in.
push anything in that league. There's no the only
They
real
control
power
everything.
is with
Yeah,
the
they
top
control
third owners in the league. The Goodell is a shell. The whole front office is a shell. Now them dishing out penalties is them. That's why they're so fucking stupid. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it. Is because there's no hierarchy. There's no leadership. It's the NFL is ridiculous, and we keep gobbling it up because everyone needs a vice. We're slaves to the game, I guess. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't think they're going to do the 16-game playoff. I had an inkling that because of the greed that it would help them, TV ratings, more teams in there. But, I don't know. If they're looking at the NFL playoff bubble, does that make sense for them? I'm sure that they're weighing all these options and will make the best decision financially for the owners when they figure out all the logistics.
6 weeks. 6 weeks to figure all that out.
You got to figure out something too, because remember, seasons got canceled earlier this year because of the COVID outbreak, and we're in a worse one now now that everything's getting colder, especially up here. So I mean, it's crazy. It baffles me how the NFLs just keep trucking along. Like, hey, you've seen all these basically every single team has been affected, and they can't slow it down. They cannot stop the fucking spread of this right now through these teams.
Why do you think that is?
No idea.
MLB could do it. Obviously, NHL and NBA did the bubble thing. But if the MLB...
Bigger locker rooms, more players, you're more close proximity.
You asked this question for Fat Tuesday. I dig deep into this. I have some great reasons for it.
Why the NFL can't stop COVID?
Yes.
Why don't you just answer it right now?
Because MLB did the right thing. They didn't have teams going to the West Coast, to the East Coast, to the Midwest. Patriots are traveling out west 3 times this year, going to the West Coast. They go to LA twice. They go to Seattle.
We've mentioned this
MLB
before,
also played every single day. The NFL doesn't. They play once a week. So these guys have time to go off and do their own thing. It's been reported Cam goes to Atlanta to go see his kids. MLB, you didn't have that kind of time because you were playing every game. NFL, you're not doing that. You have time to go out and on your own. Go out and fucking party. You have time to go to, like the Raiders did, and have these charity events. MLB, you didn't have that kind of time, and you're all on the East Coast. NFL didn't do anything to take that away. They made the schedule the way the schedule was. They didn't want to change it. And now this is what you're getting. You're having teams go to COVID zones that have high infection rates, like LA,
Florida,
Texas, Florida, all these places, and they don't care. They're not doing anything about it. When you go to like Texas, you're going out. When you go to LA, you're going out. These guys aren't staying home. Yeah,
I think that's the bigger thing.
Teams too. Like, think about that. These places that they're going to play, they're having fans in a lot of these high risk places because their restrictions are so much less than the majority.
Florida, you can have 100% capacity if you wanted to.
Yeah, the Gators did it, and then they had a shit ton of outbreaks on the Florida team.
I think it's more about the not being able to control the players outside of the facility than anything else. I think travel, you can isolate it. And I think, to your point, Ray, if a football team is away, you're more confined to your hotel for the most part. Like you said, these kids and guys are probably going out, to the clubs and dinners, if nothing else, which should be their right. However, we've probably talked about this 100 times, especially now week 12 into the NFL season. You're still getting crazy outbreaks like this. You're the NFL. This is their profession. This is their job. They had an opportunity to opt out. Just lock them down. Yeah. And I don't mean a bubble lockdown. Yeah. It's just you can't go out. Yeah. Like, you can't go out to dinner. If you go out to the team will fine you. Yeah. Go home. Yeah. See, this is what everybody else – this is what I do. This is what you do. Like, I know Bill goes out and gets fucked up at bars, but for the most part, you just go home. You go to work and you go home. This is what most of the country that respects the disease and what the potential karma could have to you and your family. That's what they do. They go home. They go to work. They go to the grocery store to get groceries, and that's it. They're not out fraternizing constantly. Now, if you have $7 million on the line because you're an NFL wide receiver, could you just not do that for 6 months? Could you just go home and go to work for 6 months and knock this shit off? How is that so hard to demand from an NFL franchise in the NFL himself? How is that so hard to demand? I guess that's maybe what they're trying to do with this Broncos situation, like stop fucking around, but kind of a weird time to do it.
Well, it's easier now for the players too, because now you don't even have to go in the facility Monday and Tuesday. So like you're not allowed to because the NFL just changed their rules. So meetings Monday, meetings Tuesday are all remote. Tuesday, I think, is usually their off day anyways, I think. So those guys can travel anywhere. Cam go to Atlanta and just pull up on his fucking laptop. So now you can see guys are going out even more now as the season progresses. So
My point is, Robert Kraft says to Cam Newton, you can't go to Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, I'm finding you, I'm cutting you.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, how is that? Why is that?
you're supposed to quarantine
hard?
anyways, traveling back to Massachusetts. So
Yeah, but no one does
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
you're breaking state fucking laws if you're leaving and coming back. It's
Yeah.
14
But who's
days.
checking up on them? Who's checking up on
Exactly.
them?
The friend, the NFL
There's a
and the
guy
franchise
that
should be
travels.
doing that.
There's a guy at our work that travels from Wisconsin to New Hampshire every fucking week. Doesn't quarantine.
you
No one's
don't have
checking
to
up
in
on.
New Hampshire, though.
Yes, you do. If you're coming from out of New England, you have to quarantine for 14 days.
I think it's just recommended, but it's not like a state thing.
Still,
Whatever.
it's just
Well, yeah,
fucking,
the-
no one's following any rules.
Let's
You
The
just do
point
whatever you
is,
want.
the state of Massachusetts can't look up on every single person, but the organization of the New England Patriots, who's paying you millions of dollars, certainly can. And it's a private organization. I hate to say it, but they can literally do anything they fucking
can.
want
Yeah.
with their employees. And the NFL can do the same thing. Now, if they went way overboard, we might be having a conversation going, holy shit, like you can't do this, NFL. But they're doing they're on the other side of this, not doing enough. So I don't know exactly what the answer is. Obviously, it's a hard one to do, but it's very clear that the NFL and their franchises and the owners are not doing enough. And the players have to hold some responsibility too. They're clearly doing whatever they're doing, or strength and condition coaches are doing whatever they're doing, not to to get sloppy and not be as safe as possible. So, but yeah, to your point, like we've said from the very beginning, they're going to bust through. It does not matter.
I don't care about.
Does
the
not
players,
matter.
they're
They
showing.
will do the bubble though. They will do the playoff bubble because they can't afford to lose guys in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Quickly, let's just go around today. The around the NFL on Sunday, I texted you guys. Tyreek Hill is fucking stupid. He had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. The quarter wasn't even over. He was faster than lightning out there. But the bigger point to me was Bruce Arians needs to be fired on the fucking spot, not only for what he's doing with Tom Brady in that offense, but he was trying to cover Tyreek Hill with one guy and no safety help. That guy should be fired instantly. But yeah, Tyreek Hill is ridiculous.
He's incredible.
He's
He's
unbelievable.
the fastest human being I've ever seen. Besides,
He's the fastest.
Uh,
He's the fastest
he's
guy
the best
man alive.
He's the fastest guy alive.
Oh, don't worry, it's just beer. It's just beer.
Ray, what are you seeing around the league today?
Well, I'm actually going to go back to Thursday. My Washington Redskins beat
Our words,
the
football team.
putrid Dallas Cowboys. Talk about a coach that should be fired on the spot, Mike McCarthy.
Oh my
Got his
god,
ass kicked.
Dude, that guy's
dude, that
mailing
that
it in.
fake punt on your own 30 at like 4th and 11 or whatever.
Yeah,
I think I texted you. It's like just Dallas being Dallas. Like this is
Yeah.
the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And
Yeah.
right away, fucking Gibson runs it in. The first play runs it in for a touchdown. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing?
the other
Like,
game.
are you just playing to lose at this point? Like this
Well,
is
of course.
incredible.
The other one was Houston. Finally helped all of Detroit celebrate by getting Matt Patricia fired after beating them on Thanksgiving
You
Day.
know they were 25 and 23 in the 3 years before Matt Patricia took over, and they have
Before?
They have 29 losses
Yeah, well,
since he took over, and they fired Jim and Caldwell after going 9-7 for putrid Matt Patricia. That is a fucking joke of a franchise.
Yeah, someone should have got
He went
Detroit as a
over
loser
500
city, so
for
they'd have to
3
root for
straight years.
the
That was
Lions.
like he was the first Lions coach like ever to go over 500 for 3
they were in the
straight
mix.
years.
Detroit
and he
was
was
in the mix.
relatively well respected by
He
the
went 10-6
by the
one year, I
locker
think,
room.
you know, and they made the
Did
playoffs
Detroit?
that one year.
not Patricia Caldwell.
Oh,
Caldwell, they
I was
loved
gonna say,
Caldwell.
To say
Yeah.
Patricia, they fucking despised him.
Dead man on the sideline, but yeah, I think he was respected. Yeah, that's a good point. Those Thanksgiving games, fuck Detroit and Dallas for having to watch them every goddamn Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and fuck Baltimore for not saving us Sunday night and having a decent game to watch.
Yeah, I had nothing to eat during fucking dessert. I was trying to watch the football. There's nothing to watch.
I don't
Bill,
know
what-
what I watched. Go ahead.
But what do you got? Anything around the NFL today?
Again, you saw Raiders got slaughtered against Atlanta. That's good for the Patriots. You know, kind of hurt me. I thought the Raiders were going to beat that game. And then you just saw the AFC East winning again. Fitzpatrick winning. I get it. It was against the Jets, but still, those teams aren't slowing down. Buffalo's 8-3 now, and then you have 6-4 is Miami, or 7-4 is Miami now. So I mean, the division's well out of reach at this point, boys. So I mean, there we go.
Yeah. I'm looking past the Patriots at this point, but I just thought there was a lot. Those early games, a lot of close ones. Obviously, I was glued into the Patriots game, but that Titans Colts game ended up not being
That
as
was-
close. But
That was over at half. It was 35-7.
they made a
at halftime.
fucking run, Bill. Did you guys watch the end of the Chargers game?
Yes, dude. How fucking? But
I mean,
Both
look, there
teams,
a minute left.
So stupid.
A minute left. Chargers down 10. They get a Hail Mary down to the 5-yard line. No timeouts. They scramble up there, spike it. The second play, there's 36 seconds left, I think. They run the fucking ball.
No, they ran it first down. They never
maybe they
even
didn't spike it. I think you're right.
Yeah.
They ran it with Austin Eckler, got
No
stuffed.
timeouts. No
Then
timeouts.
they basically spiked it in the second one. They threw the ball away. And then they ran a QB sneak. Like, you wonder why the Chargers lose all these close games. Another guy that should be on the hot seat, especially with that quarterback, Anthony Lynn, dropping
he's
those games
gone.
like that.
They're all gone.
Oh, he's
they
gone,
already
yeah.
pretty much said it. Dude, who was
Minnesota had a big
that?
comeback. Did you want Kirk
I
Cousins?
saw that one. Kirk Cousins was
yeah.
dicing up on that.
He was slaughtering him. But the Bridgewater almost brought him back. A 54-yarder missed by who the Panthers kicker is.
Yeah.
To end the game there. So yeah, a lot of exciting football in the 1 o'clock hour.
Is that
I know
Don
this is
Beebe's
in the
kid?
NFL, but did you see
Might be.
yesterday the college quarterback that spiked it on 4th and goal?
No.
Go look at it. He just took a big sack on 3rd down. The clock was running, and it was right before 0. He spiked it on 4th down. What the fuck are you doing?
That's always been one of the biggest reasons. Even college basketball, I have a hard time getting into it because the kids are so stupid.
Oh, I love college
They're
basketball.
so
I
fucking
don't like
dumb.
college basketball.
College basketball is the
Like
worst
I watch it.
basketball
I'll start
ever.
watching the tournament. Just
Phil, you don't like
because I
NBA,
to
so why would you like college basketball?
Speaking of NBA, beautiful segue, Dr. Big Mac.
Thank you.
Big Celtics news and notes. The sign and trade is finally official for your Boston Celtics. Gordon Hayward going to the Charlotte Hornets. 4 years, $120 million guaranteed, and 2 future second-round draft picks from the Celtics. In return, the Celtics will receive 1 future second-round pick, which means absolutely nothing. All it does is give the Celtics all of that minutia and all this waiting has opened up the largest trade exemption the NBA has ever seen, $27.9 million, which means for the Boston Celtics and Celtics fans, we have 1 calendar year to listen to all of these stupid fucking trades that Danny Ainge is almost about to do and pull the trigger on. Congratulations. This should be fun.
Well, remember, it can't be combined with anything. So you can't be like, if you get like a max guy at like 35 million, you can't put like say Marcus Smart and the trade exemption. Like you have to just use the whole trade exemption for it. So
Right.
it's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, we're gonna hear it. This is the worst thing I've ever fucking because this is gonna drive me crazy. Because I already hate it. It's like, yeah, we were on this trade, but you know, the Bertan was one before like at the trade deadline. Yeah, you know, we didn't want to give up this because we weren't sure. Blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, come on.
All right,
Like,
so
we're gonna
in
hear
that
this
vein, Bill, I
forever.
want you to keep going on that because it was confirmed that the Pacers offered Miles Turner a first-round pick and a rotation player for Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
deal, Bill? Would you rather
I-
have that or $27.9 million? Because remember, now this is not what's being talked about right now. With that $27.9 million, you have to give something up
Yeah.
on your roster or in your lacking of assets at this point. You have to give something up to use that $27.9 million. If you just traded for Turner and a first-round pick, you get something in return. You
Yeah.
might not get something in return, and if you do, you have to give up extra at this point. So keep that in mind.
I actually as much as I love Miles Turner, I'm going with Thompson there and I'll tell you why. Turner's I as much as I love Turner, 24-year-old guy. Again, you wanted some veteran leadership and a guy that's won in this league, and you're seeing that what you're getting with Tristan Thompson. He's a guy that is a veteran and a right leader you need on this team. Miles Turner is another young guy you're going to try to plug in. So I mean, I'm rolling with what you got in Thompson in the trade exemption.
And they saved some money. You know, Denny's got some fucking move down the line.
Yep.
Lastly, Ray, we don't have a lot of time, but the Revs did win today in the
3-1,
playoffs.
baby, yeah.
Okay, that's all we have the time for. Check out the Revs on your own time. They're in the playoffs.
Yeah, they just got
Semifinals.
They just got Charles Gill back. He's their best player.
Fucking
one of the
Billy
best
on the
players in
pitch.
league.
Billy on the pitch. Maybe you'll do your own podcast. Maybe do your own podcast. Last thing in that NBA, Nick Batum, the Frenchie Nick Batum, the fucking Charlotte will never do anything ever in the NBA. Good, have fun down there, Gordon. Enjoy your money, you greedy bitch. This has been the Simple Minds Sports Show. Monday headlines, November 30th. We'll see you for Fat Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Quickly, did anyone watch the Tyson fight? But I know you saw Nate Robinson get knocked the fuck out.
I saw Nate Robinson get knocked the fuck
I
out.
did
I
too.
wasn't spending that money on that fight though. It was
You,
not
Bill,
fun.
Bill,
Thank
I'm not gonna
God.
ask Rich. I'm not gonna ask Rich this question. Bill, have you seen Jake Paul's girlfriend?
No, I hate those Paul brothers.
I don't even know who they were before I watched.
They're like
Julia
YouTube stars.
Rose. Go Google her.
Oh, I know.
It won't take you 45 minutes, I guarantee you.
I think it was Barcelona. But before this ends, Bill, do you think these celebrity fights is good for fighting to get